Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to the countdown to Christmas with myself and my friend Rachael Merrick, who is another demonstrator. We're super excited to be sharing these projects with you, and I'm also very excited to be sharing today's project with you. This is day 16, and I had to have a quick look because I couldn't remember. This is a great gift card holder. How cute is this, using the Traditions of Christmas suite? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, if this is the first video that you've come across of the series, please check the description of this video. There are former projects that we've already created in there, that quick links that you can go to. Now, if you haven't hit subscribe on my channel, please do that and you won't miss any future videos with this series. And also when you hop over to Rachel's, make sure you do the same there. All right, let's get started on this gift card holder. Hi friends, Tracy here. I'm so excited to be sharing with you another project for the countdown to Christmas. This one's a really fun one, and I think so many people can create this because it's an all-rounder. So I'm using the Traditions of Christmas suite, actually quite a few products in the suite. We are using the bundle for the traditional labels. I'm using the Christmas greenery stamp set. We have the embellishments, which are traditional sparkling sequins and the real red 1/2-inch shiny ribbon, which is gorgeous. And of course, the Traditions of Christmas DSP. Now this is in the mini catalogue right now, all your Christmas crafting ready to go. But this mega suite, I think, is, you know, a one-stop shop for all your Christmas crafting this year. So let me show you the project that we are going to make. This is a gift card holder, which is perfect for those hard to buy for people. Maybe they live far away from you and the postage is too expensive, so this is a great little idea as well. So season's greetings on the front. I love this specialty paper. It's so elegant and gorgeous. And then we open it up and we have our gift card in the center here. And then on the back, there's plenty of room for you to write. Now, you could also create this into a full-size card and open it up and write on the inside, and then just have a flap on the front as well if you prefer. But this is enough bulk in an envelope that you can post this through without too many issues. Adding a full card will add that little bit more bulk, but please, you could certainly please yourself with what you would like to create from here. And isn't this gorgeous? Look at these little embellishments. So pretty and sparkly there as well. Okay, so the supplies that we are using for this card, we have the Christmas greenery stamp set, and we're stamping this one for the back of the card. We have the traditional labels stamp set, so this is the one-stop shop with all your sentiments, which is fantastic. And then we've got labels that match with them. We've got these gorgeous sparkly gems, the real red shiny ribbon. Inks, we have real red and Versamark ink, and I'm going to be heat embossing with gold embossing powder. And lastly, I do want to share with you the punch that I've used for the inside where the gift card holder stays. This is to the point punch in the annual catalogue. It's a little bit hard to see, isn't it? Maybe go that way. But you can use whatever punch you have on hand, whether it be a round punch like a circle punch, all sorts of designs. And as long as you have enough room to be able to pull out that gift card and pop it back in, you can use whatever you have in your stash. Alrighty, and then I have all my pieces here ready to go as well. So for the card base, we have real red. We have basic white for the backing of our card. We have a piece of real red for our flap here. Then we have our pieces of DSP for the card base, the front of the card, and then the inside of the card where the gift card this is the gift card holder piece. I've got a piece of real red for the inside sentiment, and then I've got a piece of basic white thick for our sentiment here that I'm just going to cut or stamp, emboss and die cut as well. So I'm going to actually start off with our heat embossing. This is going to take up the majority of our time, so I want to make sure that I give plenty of time to get that done. And then this card comes together so quick and easily that you'll be surprised. Now, stamps, let's bring them in. So I've got "'Tis the Season" for our small real red piece, and then we have the Season's Greetings for the basic white thick. Heat embossing is my favourite, you guys know that. And I think gives a real good elegance to this card because the DSP actually has gold foiling in it, which is really pretty and really sets this card off. So I've just stamped that in the center. I'm going to grab my powder, and these come in the metallics embossing powders. Comes in a set in the catalogue. You can see that. I'm getting down to the dribbles of this, I think. And because there is the gold foiling in this DSP, it works really nicely. Okay, let's do the Season's Greetings. I want to make sure I give myself plenty of room. I'm probably using more cardstock than need be, but I want to make sure that I get that sentiment really nicely. Try and clean up my desk as I go. That way I might be able to find things when I lose them. So I really hope that you've been enjoying this series with Rachel and myself. Let me know what your favourite's been so far. So any stray pieces you can just, I usually use a paintbrush, but mine's gone all hard, so I need to go and get some more paintbrushes to use with them. And then we have our heat tool. We're just going to melt that powder really quickly as well. So I hope you've had made a really good start. I know it's early November or mid-November when you're watching this. Hopefully you've all started with your Christmas crafting. This season comes around so fast, and we all are so busy that I find if I don't get started really, really early, it probably doesn't get done. So hopefully you're not the same as me, and you got in quick and really got most of your things done. I really love this stamp, so it's gorgeous. And there's so pretty colours in this DSP. There's pinks and blues, the traditional reds and like real red and cherry cobbler. You've got old olive, you've got mossy meadow. Really, really pretty. There we have that. And while we have sort of our clean desk, I'm also going to grab the label here, and we'll do a quick die cut of that label. So we're using this banner in this set. So let me grab my little mini machine and we can cut that out super quick. So if you would like this set and you know you want to grab that now, there is a link in the description of this video that links to my online store, so you can jump on there and create an order. I've got some great specials that I give out to my customers as well, or little thank yous for shopping with me. So if you don't already have a demonstrator and you want to be, you know, spoilt a little bit, I would love to help you in your crafting journey. So you could use that link. But don't forget, this is just one of the Countdown to Christmas projects. And there's tons more, both already up and still to come. So in the description of this video, there's also a list of all the videos that Rachel and I have done so far. So you can check those ones out as well. All right, so we have our two stamped pieces. or embossed pieces, because we do have more stamping to do. Let's bring in my kit. And then we'll do our stamping now too, because then it's just a quick pop together. So I've got my basic white piece, and we're going to stamp it with real red, and I'm using that gorgeous stamp here. Now you could also colour this in, so maybe if you want to do something a little bit more special, you could heat emboss this stamp on the back of your card and then maybe colour it in, or just leave it heat embossed. That would look really nice as well. Okay. Before I hit the real red onto this, because red stains our photopolymer stamps really badly, I find that if you add a little bit of Versamark first, and then use your real red or cherry cobbler or any of the pinks colours, I add that to my stamp next, stamp my stamp, and then once I've done that, I give it a quick clean, and I find that I don't have as much staining on my photopolymer stamps that way. So I highly recommend you guys, you know, if you don't like that staining look, and I know it doesn't affect it at all, but still I don't know, it just looks a little messy, and I stamped on my, never mind, all good. But look how good that looks, just as a nice little background. I think that looks perfect. Okay, I am going to clean my stamp because I don't like that real bad staining. So using my stamping mist, this also protects your stamps because it has a conditioner in it. So I highly recommend grabbing that stamping mist and giving your stamps a really good clean once you've used them. Not only just for red stamps or pink inked stamps, but for all your stamps. You will notice that your photopolymer stamps will last so much longer by using that conditioning spray. It not only cleans it, but it conditions as well. So sort of like a double whammy. And look, that is definitely not as stained as it would be if I didn't put the Versamark down. Now the Versamark does not affect your ink pads at all either. So I know a few people, I've given this tip out a few times, and people have been a little bit worried about that affecting their stamping pads. So, and it doesn't do any damage whatsoever. Okay, so bringing our piece of fold in. This is our inner fold. Let me have a quick look. This is 9 by 3 1/4, and we're just going to score it half at 4 1/2. So pop that in at 4 1/2, like so. And these are so simple, honestly. So simple. And look at that. Ta-da! All done. Okay, let's start popping this all together. I'm going to do my backing piece first. So let's add that down to the back of that real red card base. Now that real red card base measures 5 7/8 by 4 1/8. So the regular card base measurement here in Australia. And we can turn him over. I'm going to add that first DSP layer, and for this one, whoops, 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. Now one thing I will say, you can cut this down, so you're not only getting the outline for the base of your card, so you'd be getting, cut this sort of down in the middle. What I mean is you cut this piece out for the front of your card, and it still gives you that outline of that beautiful DSP. I didn't want to do that, so I've just gone with the lazy option, but you certainly could very easily cut that middle bit down. And this piece measures 4 1/8 by 2 7/8. So, you know, just cut it out as you go. Okay, so this one's going to go on the front of our little gift card section. Like so. Don't forget to Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video, and hitting subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my videos before. And when you go over to Rachel's, please do the same. We've spent quite a bit of time putting this series together for you, so I hope that you show appreciation by giving us that thumbs up and leaving a comment as well and hitting subscribe. Okay, so for the inside, we're just going to attach that in, but before we do, I'm going to bring my punch in, and like I said, I'm using the to the point punch. So I'm just going to line that up, make sure that that punch is centered on either side and gives me enough room to be able to pull that gift card out. I'd definitely use that on a scrapbooking page, or, you know, another card maybe. And that gives me that nice little area there. To adhere this in, I'm actually going to use my tear and tape. You could also use your liquid glue. Just making sure that you give yourself enough area to be able to pop that card in. So you really do, with the tear and tape, you really do need to make sure that it's right on that very, very edge, so it doesn't impede with that card. So the liquid glue is probably a really great idea. It keeps it a little bit closer to the edge. Make sure you don't use too much that it spills out the sides, but just enough to hold this little piece of DSP in. And we're just going to take the backings off and pop this in. Oh. So I want to make sure that that's nice and centered as well. And I need to go and get a gift card. I'll get that in just a second. We're going to banner cut out a little sentiment here. And so this sentiment, I don't know whether I wrote this down. No, just use your scraps. I actually just grabbed a scrap piece out, but centimeters is 10 centimeters by 1.5 centimeters. And that would be in inches, 4 inches by 5/8. Okay, so to create my little banner, I'm just going to cut in from the center like so, and then from each end cutting into that center piece. Perfect. Let's do the other side as well. All done. And you can either pop this up or leave it just gluing it straight down. We're going to glue down today, like so. And I'm going to pop this up onto the card base. So let's grab some dimensionals for that. Seems I might be out of dimensionals. I know I was using just the bare bones not too long ago, my last project. So I'll just grab another packet out of my drawer. Okay. Don't you love it when it's a fresh new sheet? So one on each end and one in the center. Making sure it's, again, nicely centered. Look at that. So cute. And then to add our sentiment down, I'm actually going to add 2 bits of ribbon. And I found I didn't want to create a faux bow. I didn't want to create a bow. I just wanted, you know, like a cross of ribbon. So all I did was made just 2 little cuts with ribbon, like so. And I'm going to adhere those down with just a little bit of tear and tape. Push down a little. And once we pop up our sentiment, you're not even going to notice that tear and tape there. Overkill with dimensionals here, but that's okay. We're not harming anyone. So this suite, this mega suite is absolutely gorgeous. Very, very elegant. Very easy to create elegant things as well. Okay, lastly, let's bring in our embellishments, the traditional sparkling sequins. These are amazing because not only are they super sparkly and gorgeous, they are so super thin. Can you see how thin that is? So if you're a scrapbooker, or you know you like sending cards that are not really quite thick, these embellishments are fantastic because they really don't take up a lot of space. Like, can you see how thin that is? That is wafer thin, which is fantastic. I love that. Ooh, this one doesn't want to go on there. Pop down, perfect. And we'll go another gold just in here. And there we have it. A great little gift card holder. I do need to go and grab another one. Look at that. And these are perfect. These are Australia Post Christmas ones. So I'll go and grab another one in just a second. But absolutely adorable. Great idea. Very easy to do. Use your retired DSP if you don't have this one, or, you know, I'm sure we've all got tons and tons of retired DSP or coloured printed card. Also, you could also use cardstock and just emboss with it. Run it through an embossing folder. That would look awesome as well. And yeah, absolutely amazing. So I really hope that you're enjoying the countdown to Christmas. We will be back with another project very, very soon for you. So hopefully you can come back and join me for that. And Rachel, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, you can purchase all the products that I've used today in my online store. There is a link in the description of this video. All right, everyone, have an amazing day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.